Today we're going to make a gluten-free apple pie. I hope that you like this recipe. It's my first time making it. If you do like it, give it a thumbs up if you're going to try it, and if you like it, come back and make it a favorite. You're going to need 6 medium apples. You can use all red. I like to change it up because I like the different flavors in the pie. So I have 3 red, 2 Granny's, those are delicious red, 2 Granny Smith apples, and 1 golden one. You'll need some sugar. I always use this natural sugar. You'll need flour, but since this is a gluten-free recipe, I'm going to use white rice flour, salt, cinnamon, nutmeg, lemon juice, and you'll need a pie crust. I made my own in the past, but because this is a gluten-free recipe, I picked this up at Whole Foods, and I think it was, I want to say it was like 5 something, but there's 2 in here, so we're just going to make 1. I also forgot to mention that usually when I make a pie, I have an apple pie, I have the top crust as well. But because this is a special crust and it's gluten-free, I'm just going to have to do like kind of like you would do an apple crisp with the crumb on the top. So I'm also going to need a stick of butter, more sugar, more flour, that kind of thing. So first thing I want to do is just let this thaw out to room temperature. Preheat the oven to 425. You want to peel and core your apples. If you don't have one of these, you can do it by hand, but this is obviously going to make the job that much easier. Okay, so that's what those end up looking like. I just rip off the tops and the bottom. So you want to do that to all of them. Once they're coiled like this, you just take a knife and cut them down the middle. I need both hands for it, but you cut it down and I'll show you what it looks like. So it cuts it into these perfect little slices. And they're all sliced in there. I actually transferred this to a bigger bowl so that I could combine everything together. But I mixed up the apple slices really well. Into them I added 3/4 cup of sugar. And I told you I used this natural sugar. It's cane sugar. I also added 2 tablespoons of flour, and I used the rice flour, the gluten-free version. I added 3/4 teaspoon of cinnamon, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, an 1/8 teaspoon of nutmeg, and a tablespoon of lemon juice. And now I'm just, mixing it all up together and just letting it combine. For the top of the pie, I'm making just like a crumble, kind of like you would do in like an apple crisp or a cherry crisp or something. And I've never really done it like this for a pie before, and I've never used this type of flour to make it because I'm using that rice flour. So I'm just checking the consistency, and I think I need a little more butter. I started off with a stick of butter, 3/4 cup of flour, and a cup of sugar. But I think I just need like maybe half a stick of butter because the rice flour is not really holding together as much as I'd like it to. Yeah, now that's perfect. It's holding together a lot nicer now. Okay, now we just got to put it all together. Fill your crust with the apples. It's going to be a little bit of a mound right now, but remember they're going to cook down anyway. Then I just took the crumb that I made and I just packed it on over all the apples. Now this is trial and error because I've never done it this way before. I mean, I've made apple crisp and cherry crisp, but I've never made it like this in a pie. But this is my only option for a top crust. So I figured it should work fine. Then you want to bake it for 30 to 40 minutes. I put it on a pan in case the apple juice drips over. It's happened in the past, so that's why I do it. And then just want to check it in about 20 minutes to make sure the crust isn't getting burnt, and if it is, then you want to put aluminum foil around the edges. But other than that, just let it bake for 30 to 40 minutes. And there you have it, it's all done. It's really pretty actually with that crust on top. I'm glad I used the dish. As you can tell, some of the apple juice, the caramelized juice did spill over, so that's a good trick for you to use. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Bye guys.